Hello, my little cupcakes. I have a great story for you today. We're going on an adventure. Greta and the Giants. Hope you like it. There once was a girl who lived in the heart of a beautiful forest. Her name was Greta. So here's Greta living in a beautiful forest, enjoying the animals. One morning, things weren't quite as they should be. Greta stepped out into her yard, and there, huddled together in the shadow of the trees, were all the animals of the forest. A soft, silvery brown wolf stepped forward with his tail low to the ground. "Please help us," he whispered. "The forest is broken, and we don't know where to go. The giants are ruining our home." So the animals came forward to Greta and said, "Please help us. The giants are ruining our home. We need your help." The giants had always been there for as long as Greta could remember, but now they were worse than ever. They were huge, lumbering oaks, and they were always busy. They chopped down trees to build homes. They then chopped down more trees to build bigger homes. The houses grew into towns, and towns grew into cities. They built factories and shops and cars and planes. They worked all day and night until eventually, these giants were always busy building cities and taking down the forest. There's hardly any forest left. But the greedy giants had forgotten how wonderful the forest was. They didn't see all the little birds and bugs and butterflies and bears that trembled in the shadows. And no one told them to stop because everyone was scared of them. So they didn't remember how important the forest was. They just kept building. Everyone except Greta. "Will you help us?" asked the wolf. Greta looked around her. The animals looked tired and sad. She had to help them, but how? Then Greta had an idea. These animals were tired. The giants were coming in the forest and taking everything. And they were tired and sad. Greta got an idea. I wonder what it is. The next morning, Greta went to the middle of the forest and waited for the giants to come. She stood alone holding a big sign. The sign said, "Stop." She waited and waited. So Greta went to where the giants were cutting down the trees, and her sign said, "Stop," and she was waiting. Let's see what happens. On the first day, the giants didn't see her, but lumbered on by. And on the second and third day, but the fourth day, something strange happened. A little boy who had been watching Greta made a sign and came and sat down next to her. He didn't say much, but Greta knew he felt like she did. So the giants just passed her by. They didn't even see her. And on the third day, a boy came and joined her with a sign that also said, "Stop." They needed that to stop. Soon more people and animals saw what they were doing and joined in too. "We live here. I love her. Save our forest. Help. Our home is on fire. We love our forest. Help." "Whoa, well, who will help? Stop. Action now. We need help." Listed. So all these people joined in to protest, like, "Help us. Save the forest. Please stop." Before long, a huge crowd filled the forest, stretching out to the city and the roads beyond. They stood together and waited. "Our home is on fire. Save our home. Listen, stop. We live here." The crowd was so huge. Look at these giants looking at them. The giants over there looking at the crowd. And the giants were stopped in their tracks. "Please stop," Greta cried. "Your greedy behavior is spoiling our home. You've broken the trees and trampled the flowers, and now the bees and birds have flown away. These animals are homeless, and our forest is dying." After Greta had spoken, everything was silent. I wonder what the giants are going to say. They said, "Please stop. You're killing our forest. You're breaking everything. Help. Then everyone in the crowd began to shout, the smoke from your fire is choking the air. Save our home. Please stop cutting down the trees. Stop. You can help plant some new ones. Bears live here too. We need action now. We live here. Save our forests and mend my home. Help. Our home is on fire. We need change. We need to take care of our forests and live together. Will you please try, they all said. Please help. Look at the giants looking almost scared, like they didn't know what to do. They were so used to breaking down the forest. I wonder what they're going to do. I don't know. The giants shuffled and fidgeted and stomped their feet to the ground. They were embarrassed and a little sad. You see, the giants were so busy building, they didn't see what they were doing to the forest or the animals who lived there. The giants felt terrible. We're sorry, they said, and they promised to try harder. So they were sorry. They just didn't realize that they were breaking everything down. To see, they were saying, we're sorry. They were fidgety and nervous, but they realized that they had made a mistake, and they were going to try harder to not be so rough on the forest. So from that day on, the greedy giants weren't so greedy. They slowed down and learned to sit quietly. They stopped working all the time, instead took up new hobbies. They stopped chopping down trees and learned all about gardening and living in the forest. They cooked, repaired, tidied, and shared, and before long, so they stopped doing all the cutting and the building, and they took up hobbies in the gardening and building, tidying it up. So they were fixing the forest, what they had broken. The forest became more beautiful than they ever could have imagined. Aww. Look what the giants did. They fixed it. They repaired everything. They made it more beautiful than ever. The end. Hope you liked it.